Blessings and peace. I have no worship service for you this Good Friday. I have no sermon. I simply wanted to check in with you as a fellow traveler through this thing that we call the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, I never really cared much for Good Friday when I was younger. Oh, sure, I understood that it was a necessity to get to Easter. But to be honest, I would rather celebrate the happier holy days like Christmas or Easter. I'd rather celebrate those days when you could hear people joyfully saying, "Hallelujah, Christ is risen," or "Merry Christmas." Good Friday is just so dark and ugly and depressing. What I have learned and experienced in life, especially the last several years, is that Good Friday is probably the most honest of all the holy days. It's easy to fake it through Christmas or Easter. But in Good Friday, the crux of who we are as human beings is lived out and exposed. And I'm not just talking about the ugliness of our sin. I'm talking about the real core of who we are in our human experience, in our emotions, the darkness, the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the questions, the uncertainty, the pain, the sadness, the anger, the human experience and emotions that wants to cry out, my God, where are you in this reality that we call, this mess that we call life? The power of Good Friday is that it fully acknowledges the reality of these human experiences and emotions, and it says it's okay. It's okay to experience them. It's okay to express them. It's normal to experience the sadness, the pain, the emptiness, the anger, the fear, the anxiety, and the uncertainty. It's okay to have questions and doubts. Even though it's not mentally or emotionally healthy for us to stay there, we are also encouraged not to hurry through them. It's not healthy for us to try to cover up or to mask these emotions or these experiences or deny them either. Good Friday allows us the freedom to acknowledge the very gut of our feelings and emotions and to face them. The Gospel of Matthew records Jesus on the cross crying out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" The blessing for us is that we know that in a couple of days is Easter, when Jesus received his answer to his question. God had not forsaken him. God was right with him through it all. Through Jesus, we are reminded that God knows. We are reminded that God knows and understands our human experiences. God knows our emotions. God is with us in those human experiences, even though there are times that we might not fully experience God's presence. God is present. So this Good Friday, I would say, let it out. Acknowledge the emotions that you are experiencing. Acknowledge the darkness, the fear, the pain, whatever it is that you are going through. It's okay to acknowledge that at times life really sucks. But know this. Know this. Easter and resurrection are coming. We have the promise of God's presence in and through it all. And we have the hope of better things to come. Also, during this time of isolation, the darkness and the anxiety, the sadness, if they are becoming too overwhelming and too much for you to handle on your own, please reach out to someone. You are not meant to go through the darkness and the depression alone. The disciples had each other to help get through their Good Friday. We have God, but we also have one another to help us through our Good Fridays. Stay safe. Looking forward to the hope of Easter and the resurrection. Blessings and peace.